Here is our first round between Kazna crew versus Oops. It's going to be Kazna on the defense, Oops on the offense. And what is Oops going for, Mojo?
Well, Oops is not doing anything different than last time we've seen in play steps. They are just sending Camille down and everyone else is pushing straight toward a 1-2 line. But Kazna, look at this aggressive approach. And since no one from Oops is spotting the middle, they might not actually see them.
Triple botshot, no, actually 4 botshots here for Kazna crew driving into the middle road so far. None of them getting spotted. There is Camille there in the K6 position that would spot them, but he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Eurofish now does get spotted out. And what is the play here going to be for Kazna, Mojo?
Kazna, they might actually finish this match so easy because Insane and Camille, they have nowhere to go unless Insane actually does some ridiculous shot with that RT while Kazna is pushing now. I don't see anything well happening for Oops now.
The timing, Camille spots out Alien, so he kind of knows the aggression. Haiba gets the shot by RT, but Insane will be spotted out now. Camille tries to run, but there is 4 botshots there for Kazna crew. The aggression here, the sheer aggression coming out from them. Camille should be the first one to fall here as Stefan pushes towards him. Needs 2 more to finish it off. 1 more left. Camille will be the first victim as Isna claims it. And that was good stuff from Kazna crew.
It was also very cheap for them. I mean, they just took a botshot here, and that's the biggest strike you can have when you play an RT game, because you need your mobile tanks alive so they can do the pressure. Now, with 1 guy down, that's not like 1, that's more like 2, because still RT didn't do anything in this game.
Grossa takes some on the way out as well. He tried to drive forward, but that wasn't the best decision. Insane will be lining up the shot, but hasn't decided to take it so far. Now, finally, he shoots. He hits Nexus, but it doesn't penetrate. Minus 739 HP there for that bad shot. So Kazna crew walking out of here with a 3000 HP lead.
It's a big hit on Nexus, but it's not enough because he did not remove the gun from the game. Kazna can now pressure, and they have all the higher positions here. I mean, Oops, they're in trouble here. They cannot even do cap pressure. They need to fight.
Percussion seems to be the target here for the bad shots from Kazna crew. Actually, they switch to Insane. They take down that artillery piece. Now Meland is taking some as well, and Kazna crew came into this match with a vengeance, and they are removing gun after gun here for Oops. Now Meland goes down to a 1-shot, and it doesn't seem like Oops has any reactions so far on how to deal with this.
It looks like Kazna really took them off by aggression. They didn't expect it. They didn't even spot it well. That's the main issue. They didn't spot that middle road well, and it costed them dearly. Now this is more like a salvage operation. I mean, Kazna just needs to mop up and finish the game in timely fashion. That's about that, because coming out from this one would require more than a miracle for Oops.
More than a miracle, as now Alien lets off a shot against Percussion. Doesn't penetrate, but there is Haiba there as well. He lets off a shot against Grossa. Now Alien comes over, uses his repair kit, but they remove Grossa from the map, just make him disappear, as now he's going for the overmatch against Percussion. Haiba blinging ring around the rosy with him. He should be able to take him down any second here, or Alien will finish the job. It will be Haiba to pick him up, and now Spoink and Melan, the last 2 standing here for Oops.
Not a really nice picture here, but this is only the first round. Yes, this is best of 9, but still a lot can happen, and now Oops will be shortly in defensive side against Kazna.
Indeed, as Point now gets pushed on by Stefan. Stefan will finish it off, and it will be Kazna crew taking the first round here and having all 7 guns survive.
Well, they confirmed the judgment, you know, attack is the best defense. So this really worked in their favor. As ever, when you face an RT in a game, you play really aggressive as a team, and it usually pays off, unless that RT guy is diplomat and he just connects someone from the start.
This was worth the wait so much.
You're gonna stick to it for a bit, right? You're gonna like feel a bit salty about this.
happy ducky.
Happy duckies. Just stick to it.
Smile.
Joker smile, mate. Joker smile. But first game was actually worth it. It was quick, it was aggressive, something we like to see, and 1-0 to Kazna. Now they have to play attack, and actually Kazna has really good percentage on steps in attack, 70+.
But we saw them already lose once against Swift.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous one and a couple of bad choices there. We will see what did they get out of this one when the time comes.
When the time comes. Before we look at the stats, Mojo, who was first? I need to know. You need to tell me. Make a prediction.
So let's go, Stefan.
Alien, let's take a look, Mojo, and see if we are right. And I am.
And you are. Curses. Curses. Not fair.
What do you mean?
Like 150. I call it a bad RNG.
150 is still 150, Mojo.
I know,
If
mate.
I give you, if I owed you 3,000 euros and I gave you 2,850, I'd be like 150, Mojo. That's nothing. That's RNG.
Of course, that's banking expenses.
Indeed, both Ilin and Stefan very good there. Milan decent as well. But as we like to say, the second page tells the story itself as Kamil. This is zero damage.
That's what you get when you get caught off behind, but I still don't understand how he did 0 damage. He had plenty of
I
time
don't know
to
how
shoot.
isn't it more than Haiba though.
That's a
exactly
mystery
this
I don't
happened?
understand.
No idea, but let's take a look at the highlights from the last round, Mojo, and guide us through them.
Well, this is a moment where I'm quite surprised that Kamil is still not doing any damage. I mean, Stefan just handed himself over there. He could have at least done 1 or 2 shots, but never mind that. And this is the moment already a disarray of Oops is evident. They really cannot do anything. They're outpositioned all over the place, outgunned, because losing Batchat plus an art even later, that's just too much.
Too much indeed. And Kazna picking up that first round in quite a convincing fashion. We're going to have to see if they can do the same on their attack, though. I think it's going to be a 1-1.
We'll see. It's a big lead if you manage to get it in a start like this. But if they thrown off Oops a bit, and I already said, like, I think it's much better when you're warmed up and you just go in the next battle if you already won one, because you're still in a training, you're still communicating with your team, you know, you're still pumped up and in the game. It's just like prolonged game. But when you have a big break and then you just suddenly play against someone who just won and won really well, it's not easy.
It is not easy because all the excitement, all the adrenaline,
everything is gone and you're like, oh man, I still have to play.
Yes, they have. And let's take a look at the vehicles they decide to bring into our second round here on steps. And Kazna crew.
Oh my god.
53.
Oh my god. Taking a tier 9 art against Oops, but Oops should know how to deal with it now. I mean, they've just seen it from Kazna.
You sure?
No.
That's the thing, you know, you're never sure if you do something yourself very well how to counter it.
The main thing when you play with that arty is you actually need to maybe play slower in the start and make sure you don't get rushed. Like to position well so you don't lose someone like they lost Kamil in the last game. That was just a free throw for no reason.
Poor Kamil. He will never forget about that one. Now, gonna have to see what Kazna crew decides to do with their attack. So let's get into the second round here between these two. Kazna crew currently 1-0 over Oops. Gonna be attacking. Oops gonna be on the defense. And Mojo, what do you expect both these teams to do?
Well, we can just watch on the minimap. Kazna actually chose to play the right side of the battlefield, which is not a usual play, but I would even say maybe it's better because dealing with boosted positions is not something you can not do with that arty. That arty with a huge splash can easily annihilate anyone on elevated position. Also, if Kazna tanks play aggressive enough, they can really apply huge pressure, and it looks like it's going to be a big fight, and there is a split in Oops forces.
Fetzo already getting spotted out. Algo spots out all the bad shots here for Kazna crew. Fetzo lets off a shot against Milan, does not connect that one, but there's still 4 bad shots here in the middle road. Fetzo lets off a second shell, doesn't connect it either. And I think Isna will be dead. Milan takes some splash damage. There goes the artillery piece, as Insane is the one to pick it up. But now the rotation coming out from Kazna crew here, Mojo.
Yeah, they should really commit immediately all the forces on one side and try to deal with Oops guys while they're still running away. If they get some back shots here, it can really be bad for Oops.
Kamil seems to be the one getting focused here once more as they go behind the rocks. It's actually Spoink taking most of the damage here, trying to run away. He should go down here any second. No, the shells are missing, actually survives, but look at the damage they have taken. Kamil's a one-shot, Spoink's a one-shot, and this is again Kazna crew, complete dominance in this round.
I mean, a ridiculous amount of misses by Kazna here, but still the damage is done. Oops is on crutches here. Who needs an arty when you can do 3,000 of free damage here?
Haiba missing the shot there against Kamil. Not sure how that happened, but missing it. Now, Oops repositioning here, but they have 2 one-shot bad shots. Perhaps Insane. Look, Insane is doing the A-line boost. If he manages to do that one, then there's still a chance here for Oops.
Yes, if Kazna presses that side, but if Kazna presses other, Algo is hardly enough to just hold off everything Kazna has. Oh, and Insane failed. No, 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 nothing going well for Oops in this game.
Is he going to go for his second try, though? Algo didn't even get up all the way. He's just like...
Yeah, but he spotted, he faded now. It's really miraculous how Oops actually managed to lose so much HP. I mean,
There we
Kazna, did you see, like Vetso missed first 2 shots there? And,
nice, nice.
there we go.
Very nice.
Well, Insane will be a huge problem for Kazna now if they didn't read that move that he is doing now. So, but Kazna, it looks like they're pressuring actually on the other side, and Insane got an info from his team about it.
Still with Algo there, it will be annoying to deal with. We've seen this before. Yes, it's the RU251, but it's still not that easy.
Yeah, but the main issue is in one moment, Oops will be forced actually to press on Kazna. And what will Spoink and Camille press? They do not have any vantage point that can snipe from. I mean, it would be better if like some of them is actually on that hill and not Insane. Maybe Spoink with 100 HP, because then it will still be advantageous position for them, and they will still have a tank with a lot of HP in the game. But like this, I don't know, it doesn't look like it will end well for Oops, because Kazna can just power push through them, ignoring Algo.
Looks like they're going to be going for a little sneaky play here. Nexus, Ilian, Stefan, the 3-man hit squad.
They're not even spotted.
Exactly. Moving down the bottom side. Looks like Perkushat is going to be their target. Only Spoink and Camille in support. And there we go. Stefan, Ilian now picking up for Perkushat. Did not see this one coming. Stefan gets tracked though in return. With Perkushat, he gets tracked, he gets held. He goes down to Nexus. Great stuff here from Kazna crew. And only Spoink and Camille stand in their way. As I say that though, it's just Spoink.
Yeah, you could see the push there coming in from Kazna. I don't know why Vetso actually didn't push more and take out Spoink. I guess he didn't want to take much damage from Algo in the back. So it's a good choice. They did what they came for. They killed a 100% HP tank plus Camille, who was on one shot. Really bad game for Oops at the moment.
Algo resetting Eurofish though. I mean, the HP, there's only 2k difference. Algo takes a shot there, making it a little bit more of a difference. But now they are taking the 6 line there. Grossa, Insane, Spoink just in support. Obviously, he is very low HP. There's not much he can do.
Insane and Grossa are the only guys who can actually influence this game, and it really depends on them how will they do it. And missing shots will not really help. And they're not in really good position, because wherever they go, there will be some Kazna guy with more HP than they have.
Algo takes another shot here as Ilian and Nexus are now removing Insane from the map. Another gun gone. And if that wasn't it, that was the nail to the coffin right there, closing out this round. Most likely as now Grossa is going to try and make a play against Ilian. Ilian still has 3 shots available though. Nexus actually tracks Grossa, making him swing his turret. Nexus probably the one to pick it up. No, it is Ilian as now Spoink and Algo, the last 2 standing with 5 seconds left on the cap. Vetso takes down Algo, and it will be probably a capture victory here for Kazna crew with 5 seconds left, Mojo. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. 1 second, and that is it. Kazna crew picking up the second round here on Steps in, again, quite convincing fashion, this time keeping 6 guns alive.
Piñata.
Was it 6?
6.
Yeah, it was 6.
So really good game by Kazna here again. I mean, they did lose the RT for no reason.
They traded very well for it.
I mean, they traded, but it was only Oops' mistake. I mean, when you look at it like this,
They
it
should
looks
have instantly turned around.
It even looked like it would be even better that Oops just stayed there and fought.
Yeah.
Because they would face only mediums, and
yes,
it would be a fair fight, because then you would have other guys in crossfire from Oops who would shoot over the open field, and they would be able to get here and help. But I guess they a bit panicked because Melan had to run away. Yeah. And Melan was even lucky, man. Vetso missed him twice, point blank there. And he should have like hobbled away with much less
Spoink was
HP.
really lucky. No, Camille, I think it was, because Haiba missed him.
Also.
Haiba missed him. Like,
Spoink also. Like, Spoink was missed like 3 times. I was like, what's going on here? I mean,
I saw one of them come from behind the rock, and then Haiba missed him.
Yeah, Spoink was like this. And
but yeah, either turn around instantly and run away, or fight and hold the rocks, not just go like halfway between and then...
Yeah, it was the worst possible decision made there, and it costed them dearly, and now they are 0-2 down to Kazna.
0-2. Mojo, first in stats, who do you think?
I'm gonna stick to Stefan again.
I'll take Stefan as well this round. Let's see.
Then we are wrong 100%. Of course we are wrong. Don't go ever against same as me, because then we are always wrong.
Man, I wanted to say Ilian, okay?
It still wouldn't help.
You know, well, I mean, it would have been close.
It doesn't
You know,
matter.
like you would like to say, it's only 100. Let me just count quickly. 131 difference.
Wow.
That's like RNG.
You actually had calculus in school.
Yes.
I thought you youngsters just use mobile phones for everything.
No. I counted by the rocks that people threw at me. Like 1, 2. Sad story.
Sad story indeed. But look at this. Mailand, unusual position here.
Mailand.
Wow.
Am I glad I sold him from my team? I'm just kidding. I didn't sell him.
Wow. Rude.
I wanted to sell him,
Rude.
but I didn't.
But the trident of Kazna working well in this game.
Indeed.
Next to Silly and Stefan.
Kazna
Top 3.
very dominant here on steps, and I always remember them as a very good steps team throughout the seasons.
Yeah, they were. But they had, of course, their slight clashes with Ding there.
This is like by Isna, and then somebody insane's like turn around, and everybody else is like,
Oh,
oh.
we missed entire battle there. And poor Percusiat.
He's like, he tries to drive over the June instead of at least trying to turn his hull towards them.
He had no chance whatsoever.
He could have at least tried to turn his hull.
Look, like his chances were like a snowflake in hell, you know? He just melted away.
What does a snowflake in hell exactly do, Mojo?
Melt and die fast.
Snowflakes don't have a heart.
Hmm?
Snowflakes don't have a heart.
You never watched cartoons then?
Let's take a look at the lineups instead. What about that? Let's take a look at the lineups coming into the third round. Here, Mojo on Cliff and Kazna. IS4? Что?
Я не понимаю. I mean, okay. Another display of interesting tanks on Cliff in attacks. We've seen E5, we've seen Mouse, but now we have an IS4. Now, I guess they will try to provoke some reaction from Oops, actually.
Well, I mean,
because
he's very good against APCR.
He's very good against Heat also, when he is like shot sideways.
Nah, not really.
So
The thing is, though, on attack, you know, you can hit the roof of the IS4 with APCR, which will pen like most of the time. Or the engine, which will also pen.
I think if Kazna actually hides the position, like the front plate of the tank, actually could have really good of this IS4. But I'm really interested, like he's too slow to go up. So my guess is actually they're going to try to use him somewhere from 1 to line.
Let's see what Kazna crew does decide to use the IS4 for when we move into Cliff.
Cliff, the most dynamic map in the league. Battles on Cliff always turn into desperate double-edged fights. Teams start from the same spots as they do in standard battles. The first base is located near the defender's spawn point, and the second is at the bottom of the hill. Sometimes teams split their forces and send several tanks through the 1-2 line to the left of the small hill, but usually both teams play at the center. The attacking team can send one of the tanks up to the lighthouse or behind it. Fast and quick-firing vehicles are better suited for this map, mainly medium tanks, including tanks equipped with autoloaders.
So here we have it, Kazna crew versus Oops, currently 2-0, Mojo, as Kazna crew is attacking and Oops is on the defense.
But Ilian with IS4 is actually going the long way uphill. How will that end up? We will see Fishy there going on a path that usually people don't take. Really far away from his own teammates, just trying to spot. But that gives more or less, I would say even more, complete hill dominance to Oops for free. That's an unusual... Really? Like, really?
Oh my. Ilian lets off a shot on the move, knocks out Insane's gunner and his gun. He's not going to be happy about that one. It reminds me of Gohart when Niall played the mouse and he was the first one to do any damage.
Well, a lot of damage coming in toward Oops at the moment, and much better aiming for Kazna at the moment. And there you go. This is what you already mentioned. You do not want to show your upper plate or top of the turret to the guys that are on top of the hill. So this is why the IS4 is a problem then. It's really good when you need to angle it, but in this kind of play...
Kamil here, taking a lot of shots. Actually got spotted the first time, decided to go back for round 2, and Isna and Haiba were glad to oblige, giving him a
The houses will not cover you. We will blow them away.
He's now down to 495, and Kazna crew already up 3000 HP at this point.
That's quite a bit. It gives them a lot of leverage, but still, a lot of that HP is in IS4 that cannot really participate in any kind of big hill fight.
I believe Ilian can climb the hill, okay?
You probably believe he can fly, but it doesn't make it so.
I think you can climb the hill with the IS4.
Well, let's see if it's possible. We will see it now. It will take a while, And
I think it's possible. You can climb there with a mouse.
well,
That's
he's
actually not a
certainly
lie.
going for that way.
You can climb there with a mouse.
I am looking forward to seeing you do it.
No, not again. Not again. I've actually seen somebody do it in a mouse.
Oh, but I would like you to see do it.
Why? I'm just a caster. I
Is
can
yours
just
special?
say things.
Well, Vetso taking a little peck there. He got spotted. I mean, in those positions, yes, there is a lot of bushes, but the problem is everyone on hill is on higher vantage point, so they can see much better. But Grossa losing significant amount of HP there. They do not want that if they want to actually hold the hill.
Not ideal indeed. Oh, Alien, he's going the normal way. Feels bad, man.
Interesting, but who will challenge him? Spoink only is the only guy in position to do it.
Melan, he's gonna go 4 for 4.
If he just peeks over there, yeah. Let's see. A careful play here. And there is still 7 minutes till the end, so they can afford it. But the
Melan
main...
is not shooting because he probably has APCR loaded.
And Melan's probably not shooting because he doesn't want to reveal his position also. But there is a Kazna play coming from the 2 line now because they are playing with those cards. They are shuffling.
Nexus here, showing us how to climb up that position as well. It's Kazna crew. One more batch out of there. Now Haiba and Isna are in 1 2 line. Alien going very, very aggressive over here.
It does look like Kazna has some kind of plan in motion, and it doesn't look like Oops actually has much idea at the moment what's going on.
Stefan, Nexus, and Vetso now moving towards the middle here. Spoink will be in a position to cover any possible crossing coming out. And you think these batches are going to go for an up and over?
It's gonna be a huge issue because Point, Camille, and Meland are more or less cut off from the rest of the forces, and they're still taking sporadic damage while Kazna is receiving none in return. Main 3000 HP. I mean, okay,
Look where Alien got.
we've seen Kazna giving a lot of gifts.
How is this allowed to happen? He lands a shot onto Algo here.
Oh, Algo's getting connected by Haiba from another corner.
Indeed, but in return, they do nothing actually. All 3 batches firing a shot, doing nothing now. Silence is getting pounced on. They didn't even see them coming as he gets ammo-racked and removed from the map, as Insane will be the next one. And he will go down in quick succession here. Grossa soon to follow as we lose Algo as well. And Kazna crew just going for the cleanup here. And that is 4 tanks gone in about 15 seconds, as now Camille, Spoink, and Melan are left to pick up the pieces.
Well, we were wondering where is this Kazna entire season. Well, a lot of people were arguing, but it looks like these guys are back from vacation and they're in the business.
I'm on vacay. Okay. As Melan lets off a few shots here. Haiba might fall against Spoink. Spoink claims his skull for himself, as now Isna takes down Melan. Spoink, the last one standing. Stefan comes around with a full clip. Spoink is on reload. It will be Eurofish actually to claim Spoink. Now 3-0 for Kazna.
Again with nothing.
I just love it when it triggers you.
Yeah, he does. Yes. Empty space. Nothing is empty space. He doesn't go for numbers, man.
Oops, it currently is.
0, 0, zilch.
Oops currently is playing as an empty space.
I can't argue with that. This game was like so one-sided, and most of the time it looked like Oops was mainly AFK and just,
Wow.
ooh, look, they have an IS-4. Ooh, we are getting shot.
I like, you saw how far Alien got in that IS-4. He literally drove over the dune into the hole down.
We didn't see any kind of attempt from Oops to make any dominance, except for peeking from the hill and taking shells left and right.
They didn't even... All 3 batches of Kazna were proxy spotted. Silence didn't turn his turret up until like when they came around the corner.
This reminds so much on that last game which we've seen by Oops and Kazna, which Kazna won 5-0, but Oops really had nothing to gain by winning that one, so they could afford to say, okay, we're just gonna do whatever. But in this game, if they keep playing like this, they will face Ding in the first round.
Mojo, first in stats. I'm saying Stefan.
Okay, you're staying Stefan. I don't know. Meland?
Melan?
Let's see.
Let's take a look, Mojo.
Stefan, nice. Meland nowhere to be found.
Number 6, you're close.
Okay.
Only 1,400 below.
Totally close. Well, Spoink there first for Oops in damage by almost 1800 damage, but look at the dominance of Kazna. 5 of those guys, almost all damage entirely done for their team. I'm really interested, and actually, I think I can see it. How much does Alien have block damage?
Not much.
Yeah, not much.
Silence in
Only
Camille.
one shell blocked. Oh my god.
Yeah, they didn't shoot at him.
Well, I guess that Ice 4 paid off as a surprise, but not so much as a damage dealer.
I think it's time. I think it's time for Kazna to put dead zone in. As we look at the highlights, what do you think, Mojo?
Wow. Well, here we go. The March of an Ice 4, the
You see
first
his turret
successful
rolling
round
down the
by
hill.
by an heavy tank, and really confused play by Oops here. I'm really quite surprised that they look like they're groggy, like they're sleeping. I'm really expecting them to start moving a bit. I mean, this is still Cliff, and if they keep doing like this, it's going to be a very, very, very short match.
Well, I mean, they're going to be on the offense, so they kind of have to move somewhere.
True that.
Technically, they could sit in their base though for 10 minutes and wait for the round to run out.
Then we would know they are officially sleeping or dead. Something bad.
Well, Mojo, let's get through it quickly. Let's look at the lineups for the fourth round. Talk me through it.
You really wanted 5-0.
No.
Totally not. But let's go. Kazna playing defense with TVP and the 54 lightweight. We've seen them play it a lot of times. They really favor it compared to 49 that mainly other guys use in defense. On offense, Oops has 2 tier 9 budgets. That's your kind of favorite pick.
I'm approving of this line. I don't like the lightweight from Kazna.
Honestly, it's good for sniping, but not for much more. We will see. We will see in this kind of game. Kazna has a hefty lead there. I mean, 3 games, if they play 1-1 till the end, they're good.
Nice counting there, Mojo. I completely agree with you. If they play 1-1, then they're good indeed. So let's get into the fourth round here between these two. Kazna currently 3-0 over Oops, and Kazna will be defending. Oops will be the only offense, Mojo. And what are we seeing?
Well, Oops. Well, actually, they're splitting off, which is something I really don't like when you play on Cliff. I prefer when the guys just go on one side and try to dominate it. If you want to get a hill dominance, you need your presence there, not some tanks far in the back. But Kazna is mainly playing for the hill at the moment. And Isna already gave them a signal there is no one coming down. So they know they need to climb the hill as fast as they can at the moment and try to gain ground there. Now we will see some tiptoe game around, which will probably end up when someone slips, doesn't climb on time, or mispositions.
I'm always worried when I see Haiwa play a bad shot.
And he spotted. Oh man, such a curse.
Jinxed him, I'm sorry.
Well, that's a cheap way to climb up. Now we see Wallis Camille down there, and together with
But it didn't do
is
much.
that Spoink with him? No,
Silence.
Salons. Okay, so Silence did all the connections because they tried to connect some of those.
Ooh, Stefan takes one too. From Mailand in the TVP.
Well, Kazna gained a lot of info where not to pick, but there he goes. Point gets connected here by Vetso, and Vetso is in superior position to keep him locked there behind that rock.
Indeed. Look at the amount of bad shots up the hill here for Kazna crew. 4 of them in the TVP.
Yeah, they pretty much have everything because most of the Oops plays and of the others guys, when you play a game like this, would evolve around winning the hill and winning the game. Because otherwise it's quite hard to take them out. I mean, you do not want to go cap that one cap because you can get resetted from pretty much half of the map.
Yeah. If not more.
So all a game usually here ends up in killing people and not capping. Capping is not really a pressure tool. Well, we've seen in Asia they tried it to do it, and we saw how even that one ended.
Now, I wonder what the trigger is going to be for Camille and Silence here in the bottom side. What are they waiting for?
I guess they're going to just position all the mediums here
Well,
defensive and then
I know
rotate with
it.
them.
I figured it out. Oh, Algo is like...
Oh, man. Again? I think this is the second time.
What I was going to say. You know why Camille's over there? Because Insane doesn't want him anywhere near a mountain where he could flip over.
He had to do it.
Had to do it. Come on, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. So Silence and Camille here, they're still taking their sweet time, trying to get some easy shots, maybe if someone of the Kazna peaks. But eventually, it does look like they want to do a rotation on an E line and maybe even toward their base and get some back shots to Kazna. Now, when that happens, they really want all of their mediums positioned perfectly well so they don't get wrecked by all the Kazna guys that are on the hill.
You can see Stefan next to Svetso, Haiba sitting there, waiting. Insane, taking a bounce off his turret even, I think. Or a miss. What are the two? Stefan, now -2 shots already. As Vetso tries to connect one with Spoink, doesn't. Nexus in return does. Take one though, so far, I mean, oops, they got Kazna to waste a lot of ammo here in reality.
I don't like TVP there. I mean, yeah, it's really good in burst.
He just got... Nexus took 2 shots
Exactly.
because of Stefan. Stefan there takes 3. She would have been dead at this point as Fish now tries to trade some HP in return, but Insane is covering that bad shot as well. And so much damage being taken here by Kazna. I think Oops might actually pick up their first round, Mojo.
I don't know why they actually pulled off Isne so far away, not spotting the climb anymore, because there was no reason to it. Even if he got pushed, he could still run away and be fairly protected. It kind of just gave free passage to Oops, who
By the
could
way,
do a
Stefan would
crossfire
have
now.
died. Ilian is taking a lot of damage here in the middle area, actually, from that 1-2 line. And perhaps from Melan as well as now Kazna. They're trying to pick up the pieces here, but if anything, they're just giving more and more HP in the favor of Oops here. Finally, a round that looks very well executed by them. They're already up 4,000 HP at this point. Now Kazna crew, they're coming in from all sides, trying to make a difference. Algo picks up Ilian already. They're coming over from everywhere. And Oops Mojo, they should be winning this fight as now Haiba comes over, so does Vetso. They pick up Sinance, they pick up Algo. It's not over yet, but the HP stays differently.
I mean, it's not over yet. Yeah, about that. So it looks like both of the teams are discovering a new aspects of Cliff while they're playing it now, because defense is not their strongest side on this map. We still have Mele and Camille with a really high HP here, but Kazna guys, they're slowly chipping in and they have 6 guns compared to 4, but Grossa, he should like do some impact here now.
Yeah, Isne smartly readjusting though. Missed shot there from Kazna. Spoink is still locked down in this position. Takes one more shot. Melan needs to get into the fight at this point. He's been out of it for most of the game. Needs to move closer. Needs to make a difference. Isne takes another shot here. Camille doing some good work from there.
A problem for Kazna is so many guys are low HP that can be easily finished off. Like one small mistake and they're done. Melan can literally kill half of them at the moment.
Yeah, indeed. Now Haiba crossing over. Grossa takes a shot from Stefan. Melan takes one as well, actually loses his gun, and they're trying to make a play here onto Haiba, onto Melan, but Haiba goes down. Eurofish to follow. Isna now trying as well. Vetso is coming over as well, but it's a desperation attempt as Grossa picks up Stefan. Vetso here trying to do what he can as Isna will fall to Kamil. Melan is controlling him. Vetso, ooh, the high roll coming out from Melan there, picks him up. Next is the last one standing, and that got close. It got close. Spoink is the devil, Mojo.
I mean, coming that close, I wouldn't say, because at the end of the game, we still have 4 guys from Oops alive.
Indeed.
The same 4 guys here. So yes, they lost some of the HP, but they managed to finish off the game pretty clean.
That was the first round very well.
That was the first
Oops.
round where you actually saw a fight, a real fight.
Yeah, Stefan would have died, by the way, because it was like this. It was Stefan, Nexus, everybody else from Oops. And Nexus was unspotted, and they were shooting at Stefan and hitting Nexus instead.
But Kazna gave a really big gift here to Oops. They didn't spot the lower line, 1-2 line. They didn't know the tanks are positioned there, and they were really badly positioned against it. So if you're not spotting it, why didn't they at least position?
I don't know,
More
Nexus
correct.
and Stefan both exposed to that area.
That was really ridiculous. Like they were expecting both of the, I mean, all of the Oops guys would be below them.
Mojo, first in stats.
I
I'm
cannot
going
say
with
it.
Meland.
Okay, Melan, there you go.
Let's take a look and see. Oh, what a surprise.
Well, nice clipping there by TVP. 5 guys here from the Oops are in the place. And Stefan and Fishy are the only guys from Kazna that barely did any damage. But most of the time, they're just getting shot.
Indeed, good damage there from the guys from Oops. 5 in the top 7 there. Melan, Camille, Silence, Grossa, Insane. Kazna, they tried to make a play. Didn't really work out in the end there, Mojo.
No, they pretty much got decimated on that first salvo of the tanks from Oops, so that just sold the game. Everything else was just a mop-up operation. Look at this Alien doing 0 damage, but Spoink also. Wow, that's really unusual for those two.
Well, Spoink was completely locked down in that position for most of the game.
Yeah, he was, but Alien wasn't. But nevertheless, still the same impact here. Not a really great game here by Kazna, but still a great lead, 3-1.
Indeed.
And we are coming on Himmelsdorf, which they play really well lately.
Well, before we do that, let's take a look at the highlights from that last round, Mojo, and talk us through it. Algo.
Not the best moment for young Algo here. I mean, they did win the game, but still. And this is not the first time I've seen a slide down of that one. I mean, it was in one of the previous matches. So here we have numerous guns here for Kazna, but no HP to be found anywhere. And this is how the Oops just goes slowly and chokes them to death.
Slowly but surely. Now going into Himmelsdorf, Mojo, who would you give the advantage to?
Well, here I would actually give advantage to Kazna again, because I think Himmelsdorf is their map, by stats even, but more for me by plays that I've seen recently.
Well, let's take a look at the lineups and see if you're surprised by anything.
From Kazna in defense, we have a T10 and 113, so
exactly
they might
what they
actually
played against Swift.
Yeah, they might play it aggressive. On Oops side, nothing out of the ordinary. 350Bs to 113s, Bachat and 3090. But Oops had a chance to see how Kazna played this one, so I don't think Kazna will repeat the same action again. It would be ridiculous and it wouldn't even work.
Perhaps. They'll do it anyways.
Just for the lulz?
Just for the lulz, indeed.
Well, it would not be unheard of. If Fishy plays Uli Uli on TeamSpeak, they could just go Uli 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 hoo hoo.
I don't know that song. Can you sing it a bit more?
I don't know, mate. I can find you a clip of 10 hours of that.
Okay. Well, let's get into our fifth round between these two. Can Kazna crew make it match point, or is Oops going to come back? Let's find out on Himmelsdorf. So here we have it, the fifth round already between these two. Kazna on the defense, Oops on the offense, and Kazna is going for the same thing, Mojo. Uli, Uli, Uli after all.
We will see, because they are going for the rails, but there is a slight split here. And Oops indeed is reacting to it really well. We've seen Oops play something like this when they push all their tanks over the hill. This is not unheard of by them, but they're sending young Algo down as sacrificial lamb to see where the Kazna is and probably die while doing it.
So Hyper gets spotted out, Vetso gets spotted out as well. Algo getting a lot of intel here for his team. All other tanks for Oops are going over the hill. They saw what happened to Swift, and they are not ready to go for round 2 just yet. As they will come off the hill, they do spot Hyper moving all the way into A5 though.
It is an interesting spot, and it's really important one also, because now they know where is the singled out tank by Kazna. This could really bite Kazna in their backs if they don't start rotating now, as in yesterday.
Look at Oops. Mojo, do you think they're going to keep pushing?
If they do, they actually might win this round fairly easy, because Haiba is alone and it's not unheard of them to push. Like, Kazna, what are you doing? This is ridiculous.
Already Insane and Kamil just pushing across on Haiba. I think he realizes what's going on as Insane misses the first actually, but he will have Kamil in support, and they will make quick work of this tier 9 batch shot as Kamil picks it up, and this was very aggressive here for Oops. But what is their next move?
Now they need to push somewhere else, and that else would be Vetso, who is at the moment alone. And why is he still there? I don't know. Stefan took a lot of pounding for the shot he gave, but I think the real danger will be where Vetso is, and that's why Kazna is actually focusing their tanks there.
Reinforcement is coming, but they keep an eye on this capture circle, down to 15 seconds already. Durs is now landing a few shots from the side as well onto Spoink. Spoink get back around the corner, ammo racks him actually. So that is Spoink removed, and the HP now back in favor with Kazna crew as Vetso is taking some more. Nexus is now coming around to make sure the reset happens. Still 16 seconds left. Nexus will make a peek at some point, but he will take a lot for it in return.
And I mean, most of the Oops team is actually aiming right there where Nexus is, but he has no choice. He has to do it. 5 more seconds.
Needs to make a reset now. Nexus needs to come around the corner. It won't be Eurofish, and it's actually base captured. Kazna crew. What are you
Again.
doing?
Again! Wow. Again. I mean, they were split all over the place, and Haiba was quite alone. So alone. So alone, mate. Like, when he saw them coming, he tried even to climb on another map, I would say there. But there was nowhere to go. All the walls around, and only Oops guys on the other side.
No words for that.
Not the best game here.
Nexus should have reset it at least once. Doesn't matter how much damage he takes, he needs to reset the base.
He did try, but it just didn't end well. I think the original mistake was just leaving Haiba like that alone, and he was spotted.
I don't think he realized he was spotted driving there. Or you think he did?
Yeah, you kind of get a hint by big orange bulb.
No. He was spotted in the middle from Algo.
Yes.
And he never got delit until he got into the
Ah, you
position.
think he didn't realize he didn't fade yet?
Yes.
Yeah, that might be the case, but
Although Algo was spotted the entire time he was in that window, so...
still, even like that, a bad play here by Kazna, because Oops is known to do pushes like this.
Yeah,
They should expect it and
looked
keep
like
their
that. When they
forces
came
more.
all 6 down like that, I thought they
Yeah.
were going to keep pushing.
Yes. So, really well played and good read by Oops.
Indeed.
And
Well,
Kazna will have to try to recover.
Indeed. Let's take a look at the stats or the lack of it.
Well, there will be some done. Oh, good. Dres did some clipping, also Stefan, but in reality,
Who
it really
Amorex
doesn't
Spoink?
matter.
Who Amorex Spoink?
Probably Dres.
Thirst. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if it was only one guy from Oops surviving and all 7 for Kazna, if you get capped, you got capped. You're dead. You're gone.
Wisdom with Mojo. If you get capped, that's it. You're done.
Captain Obvious is my hero.
Nexus, 1 shot, 382 damage. I don't know, something must have gone wrong between Eurofish and Nexus, because it was very obvious that Spoink made a wreck for those guys to sit behind. Yet Nexus didn't want to peek because he thought he would take too much damage.
He had behind him Spoink and or who was the butcher behind him? I can't remember.
Insane.
Insane. Okay, and the other guys
He
in
would have
front.
taken 1.2-ish.
Well, he tried to peek in one moment. He took 2 shells and he pulled away immediately. And then, well, he just went after a few seconds for the remaining. So whatever he did, it didn't really matter. In that moment, I think Kazna already lost anyways. No matter what. On HP or on cap, it wouldn't end well for them.
Well, we have a match on our hands, Mojo.
It's a 3-2. So unless Kazna
3-2-2-2.
manages to do those 1-1s we were talking about, it will be an equalizer. It's even Steven.
Even Stevens. Then you said him was your favorite Kazna.
That's what I thought. And that should be. That it should be.
You
Well-
stand by your prediction?
I'm thinking about 1-1, yes.
I think it's going to be 3-3. Thinking about it,
Well, we will see shortly when the teams are ready. We have one guy who is disconnected, so we will have to wait a bit until he comes back. Restarts the wire. Yes,
So
the
did you
tool
think
that is
about a
making
joke
us
yet?
safe. What do you think? What?
you think about a joke yet?
Why should I, mate? You're a pun joker here. Come on,
I'm
make
about to
another
wait.
one that people can troll you about.
I'm about to rage quit.
Do it.
Very swiftly from here.
There you go.
Oops, I did it again. I'm going to watch some tough giraffes in the zoo later.
Yeah, you're trying hard, mate.
Chokish is not in the utopia right now.
He's up.
No. He's probably going to be dinging his head off his desk.
I would presume so, yes. But he can make good clips out of this.
You know, in the zoo, you have a very wild bunch.
In monkey section?
What other teams are left? I'm thinking. That's just legendary.
But it's rusty, mate, to just mention that like this. It's too late.
What? What is too late?
Legend should be always first.
Well, if the season proved anything, it said that they weren't first.
Okay, enough of the puns. I really hope Spoink will come back and save me. Save me! Save me! Because this is not getting anywhere. Himmelsdorf, second round, Kazna in attack. We've seen a good display of them in last match against Swift. But, of course, Oops had some time to think about it also. This was a really fast round by Oops. Swift one, even if you want to go like your way. But it doesn't show anything when the Sizer turn now.
I think Oops will pick it up on defense. How much defense ratio? Only 58.
Kazna is better in both, but judging by stats, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, Kazna got surprised now. Why not again, of course, even while they're attacking.
So if Kazna lose this, then they play against Ding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ideal for either team. Although I still think Ding is cheering for Kazna at this point.
To win? Yeah, probably. I mean, you already said it. Oops is a less experienced team in offlines. They virtually have no one who played it. So it will be a new ground for them and it would be easier game for Ding, probably. But you know, never mind. Maybe there are some wild animals there in Oops. Maybe they will just in offline be like, wow, we're gonna do it, and they're just gonna start playing like superstars.
I mean, when Oops does make, when they come here, a team with no experience very, very rarely ever. I think Eclipse is one of the few to ever do it. Like to come in to a LAN finals, to win it.
Yeah, actually, Eclipse was really a marvel there. And even in grand finals, they did really well against
I
Kazna.
think they're the only team ever to like come to their first LAN and win it.
And then go straight to grand finals.
And lose against Europe.
Well, it was almost a fairy tale, but it was far away. You even have on that clip one of them like throwing away stuff after they lost. It was a tiring moment.
You see what you get your laughs out of?
Yes.
So mean.
What is it, Aki? What are you watching it?
I'm watching. I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to just put Percussion up.
I will not know, but it does look like they are ready at the moment.
No, not just yet, Mojo. The admin just typed ready, question mark. Oh, both these teams are ready. So let's take a look at the lineups. Woohoo, let's go. Go for it, Mojo. Have fun.
Wow, 2 T10s in attack by Kazna.
Same lineup.
A big change, yes. And an FVTD here by Oops.
As long as Camille doesn't turn to try and shoot a 50B behind him, he'll be fine.
Yeah, about that. I mean, you do know, Camille, the FV183 does not have a rotational turret. Just have that in mind.
I remember watching that. I was like, Mojo's about to throw his glasses away for that.
It almost happened. They started to fall off on their own, you know? They have a will of their own now.
Really?
Yeah. When something happens bad, they just put a big fog over my eyes so I don't see it.
That's the salt made. But these teams, they're about ready. So let's get into the 6th round, if my counting is correctly, between these two. Kazna still up 3-2, but is getting closer now at this point, Mojo. They are going to be attacking. Oops is going to be defending. And what is Kazna going for?
Unusual display of tactics they already used, going down with massive number of the tanks. Now, it doesn't look like the same opening they had in the last game, as far as I remember, but still Vetsu and Haiba going really aggressive there.
Last time they sent 2 batches there where Vetsu and Haiba went.
Yeah, so they could do shots. 8-line pressure here.
Algo got spotted for that, though.
Really aggressive approach here by Kazna. I mean, they might take away Insane and Algo here for free.
They spotted out Grossa, so they kind of know what's up now. Kind of see the trap. Insane is on the run, on the move, trying to get out of there. He's already taken some shots. Algo as well. They'll be all right for now. But here comes the counterplay from Oops. Down the 8 line, Alien and Nexus have to be careful as there is a lot of tanks for Oops moving down that 8 line. And theirs will be in position.
And there is a lot of them, but the problem is that is the 8 line. So you do not want too many tanks there because they are cramped then. And there is not many guys you can shoot in the middle. I mean, those butchers, they're safe. Oh, Stillons, he's taking massive amounts of damage. And Camille is out of the play, more or less. I mean, if Camille comes, he can really do a massive damage to Alien and Nexus. But if Kazna makes huge advantage before that, and they are.
Nexus actually picks up Insane as well now. Grossa falling completely. And the reaction from Oops, not sure what happened, but just throwing away 3 tanks for free. Doing a play they've done before, and it didn't work out.
I mean, Kazna here, really good display, really aggressive game here, reading Oops like an open palm here. Camille trying to get there and do that massive shot we are always talking about. But even if it happens now, it will be so damn late.
They need Camille to make a one-shot right now. Like, right now, they need him to one-shot Eurofish. Camille, shoots, doesn't hit it. Now the bat shots will come and claim him, as Nexus Alien are like, hello and goodbye, Camille and the FTTD. As now Silence goes down to a one-shot, Melan takes some as well, and this was an easy breeze in the park here for Kazna, pretty much completely dominating Oops from start until finish.
Well, Kazna just went through Oops here, like they're not even on the map. I mean, and it will... We'll have to check after the map, but I think Camille actually had even worse game in this one, in that 1A3.
I don't think he hit anything.
I don't think anyone rammed him this time, so he doesn't have the 75 damage.
Stirs claims the last kill for his own and puts Kazna 4-2 now on match point.
A big one and decisive one.
Indeed.
Like, this was really one-sided game.
This play from Oops is something we've seen before, though, coming down the 8 line like that.
Yeah, coming to a counter-attack, but these are not even hundreds on the middle or 1-1-3s or anyone who is getting caught, and Kazna just greeted them and did a really good just cover fire. That's about it. They were in better positions and they took the most use of it. And those two batches from Kazna, they played really well. I mean, the only thing that could really disrupt them is if 1A3 was closer and he came there and just smacked the shot. He doesn't even have to hit each. Like, he just shoots in the middle somewhere.
In between of the both of them. Splashes them both like 800.
Or hits one and splashes the other off him. Like, that would be pretty much GG
Knocks
then.
out 2 crew members and it's gone.
So, I mean, that would be the only moment that Oops could actually regain something in their favor. But like this, it was really, really sorry display.
Indeed. And that will bring Kazna on match point. Obviously.
Match point here.
Obviously. That was very quick round.
Yeah. Well, Kazna did lose the last one pretty much miserably. But this one was even worse for Oops at the moment.
Don't have to ask you who's first in stats, as I'm pretty sure both batshots are, so let's take a look at them and see if I'm correct. What a surprise.
Ilya and Nixus here, but joined by Zernichter, who was covering them. So, pretty good game for them there.
Pretty good game for them indeed. Ilya Nexus, it was obvious they're going to be first and second. Melan trying to do what he can as well. Silence, Grossa. But on the second page, I don't think Insane had more than 2 shots. And just the play with it between him and Algo was weird. Trying to fight bad shots who are not on reload. Yeah, Insane 2 shots. Algo none. Camille none.
No, he fired one.
One? Yeah, but that doesn't count.
He fired one. But as we said, no one rammed into him this time, so he had no damage. So not the best day for him in that FVTD. Kind of like moments where Crespik said. You remember with those?
Yeah. Well, Mojo, guide us through the highlights here.
Well, this is the position that Ilya Nexus took. Really offensive one. Usually you don't see more than one tank there. And look at how they picked up Algo and Insane. I mean, most of the team of Hoops was already in trouble because they took the bite from Kazna. They tried to flank and they just went into the trap. Camille here tried to aim on the other side, but it just didn't work out. He fired, missed, and both Bachas just came and picked him up for free. It was just a landslide from the start. Really aggressive play by Kazna that paid off.
It did pay off very well. Now moving into our final map, no matter what, it is the final map, Prokhorovka. Let's take a look at the lineups, Mojo. And who do you favor?
Prokhorovka? Nobody, actually. I think it's equal map for both of them, so I'm going to just stick to that 1-1 and see Oops is attacking. Let's see. Kazna has that really stationary lineup with I7 and E5. Might actually go to Oops side this time.
You think Oops?
They might go to 4-3, but I still think that Kazna will just pull away.
Don't think Kazna will close it out on their defense?
It's Prokhorovka, man. Like one heavy out of the position somewhere, and Bachats are always in advantage.
Indeed. Well, Mojo, you're going to stick with Oops. Then I'll have to stick with Kazna, obviously. And both these teams almost ready to get into it. Is Kazna crew going to close out this match, or is Oops going to extend their fate? Let's find out on Prokhorovka. So 4-2 here for Kazna crew. They are defending. Oops is attacking. And what are both these teams going for?
Unfortunately, Oops is splitting their forces. That's not something I like to see. most of the times it ends miserably, especially against teams that like to play aggressive. Kazna usually
Trap.
knows to play aggressive, but now they have two heavies, so they might not. And look at this amount of tanks that are waiting. They're lying in a trap from Kazna. That's kind of intriguing moment.
I think there's going to be a lot of pain for Oops.
Oh.
As Algo gets spotted out, and he might be the first victim here. No, they don't decide to fire just yet. Insane lets off a few shells. Algo, unaware of what's happening, he will see this very soon. Give it about 3 more seconds or more. As there we go, the bat shots, they unload. Nexus gets spotted. Algo goes down for that. Grosna takes a big punch as well, and this does not look good for the side of Oops.
Can I change my mind? Or it's too
No,
late?
it's too late. You already made your prediction. As
Oh, snap.
Perkusha dropped to half HP, Grossa took some as well, and they lost Algo for that exchange.
And not only that, look at this. They have 2 mediums in a forest, and they're out of the game now. They will take quite some time to come back and attack Haiba and Vetso there, but they will still be well covered by Kazna guys on the bottom of the rail, and the counterattack coming from Kazna with this 3000 HP advantage will be probably a devastating one. Ilian and the guys are already crossing the field, trying to cut off Camille and Silence. They don't know they're there, but they're probably predicting there will be a rotation. The only question is, can Oops guys actually make efficient crossfire now and maybe annihilate some of the mediums from Kazna? That's the only chance they have.
Camille Silence are going way too far, as now
And they will be out of the
is
battle.
making the play against Insane here. He will follow. He will fall very quickly, as now Stefan is going to go and claim him. Needs one more to finish it off, and that will be Insane down as well. And it's going from bad to worse here for Oops, as Melan is in the middle of nowhere. Goes down towards Stefan as well. Perkushan, he is standing there. He is going to go down, probably towards Haiba. Haiba picks it up. Grossa only has 1 shot available, and it looks like it will be Kazna crew that is going to close out this match, Mojo.
There is no way out of this. Camille and Silence were pretty much out of the game entire match. Butshot sniping from half of the map, never the most reliable tool. And let's be fair, Kazna just played compact and Oops just came their way. Grossa already gave up, you can see this. His gun is high up. You're like, I give up, boys.
Isna will pick up Grossa here, as now Silence is getting wrecked as well, and it will be Kazna crew in about 5 to 10 seconds as they now go and hunt Camille, who's on reload. He can't do anything, and it will be Kazna crew against Utopia, and Oops versus Ding at the offline finals.
Pretty much. Now we know how are the cards being handled, who is playing who. It just leaves us to wait for the offlines itself. But pretty decisive game here for